Today I want to share with you 4 things you can leverage right now as a part of your personal brand that will help you eliminate your competition. Honey, it'll be like they don't even exist if you get your mind right. Okay, so keep watching and I will definitely dive right in now. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I am Andrea Patrick, the Beauty Boss, and you are in the right place to find the intersection between your personal life and your business life so that you have a quality of life. On this channel, we're talking all things personal branding, we're giving business tips, and we are talking life and style. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Now, I have been in business for a long time and it has taken me a long time, probably longer than most, because I have been growing my business organically and not, falling prey to the paid ad. Listen, have you guys watched those crime shows? My husband and I are obsessed with them. Every time a new one comes out, we will watch it, whether it's on Netflix, Hulu, Prime. We love them. ABC, NBC, CBS, we love them because we like to watch and see who committed the crime. We try to figure it out throughout the show. And one of the things that is very common in all the shows is the fact that there is one thing that sort of hems people up just about every single time, and it is their fingerprint, guys. There are 3 things that your fingerprint does. Number 1, it tells people that you were definitely in a particular space. It also will tell them that you touched a particular thing, and because your fingerprint is a very unique distinguisher, it will definitely identify you specifically as the person. So nobody else has the same fingerprint as you. And I look at personal branding as your fingerprint, as the way you are going to leverage who you are to, outshine the competition or eliminate the competition. So if you want to guarantee that you do not have competition, these 4 things that I'm about to share with you, you can leverage to guarantee that you don't have anybody else like you. The very first thing is your influence. How were you influenced? Where'd you come from? We all show up in various circumstances, bringing with us the way we have been influenced over time, what we've seen other people do, bits and pieces of them that we took to be our own and to use in our own lives. It helps us make decisions about the things that we are doing. A perfect example of this is my grandmother was a snazzy dresser. My mother is an amazing dresser. And now that I'm married, my husband's mother, my mother-in-law, whom I love dearly, is an amazing dresser. But back to my grandmother. My grandmother used to dress my grandfather. And I know it's cheesy, but my grandfather was a minister, and so she was a pastor's wife. And so she would style them up so that they looked just alike. If she had on a burgundy suit with a burgundy blouse and burgundy hose and burgundy shoes, my grandfather had on, believe it or not, a burgundy suit with a burgundy pinstripe top, shirt button down, a burgundy tie. He would have on burgundy socks. Yes, honey, don't play. And he would have on burgundy shoes, and they would go to church together. I mean, they were known for dressing alike. If she wore navy, he wore navy. If she wore gray, he wore gray. And they just looked alike. She dressed him. I remember her on Sunday morning pulling out his clothes and laying him on the bed for him to get dressed when he got out of the shower. True story. Now, that was influential to me because it taught me that looking your best was important. Showing up as if you cared about how you looked and you cared about how people saw you and the impression you made, that stuck with me. And I was able to parlay that into the business that I have today, which spans the gamut of just making people look and feel their best. That's the overall theme of what I have done, what I am doing, and what I will continue to do in the future. So the very first thing that is going to help you eliminate your competition is to leverage those influences that you had in your life way back when. Now, I have a program that I am going to be sharing with you. If you stay to the end, I have something that I want to share with you that I think will be very helpful. It's something that I've done just recently as a result of really trying to shake things up here in my business. But I really feel like hearing directly from me exactly the steps that I have taken to achieve this level where I can leverage these 4 things and just not have competition. I'm not teaching you something that I heard about. I am teaching something that I know about. So I've got something for you at the very end. So stick around. You'll be able to grab it. I'm giving it away for free. It's no point in me trying to sell it because I talk about it all the time in bits and pieces. So I'm just going to share it with you in one compact little thing. So just stick around to the end and I'll get to it. So the very first thing is to leverage leverage your influence. Dig deep, figure out what it was, and then let's use it to attract those people that can use your product or your service. Okay, so the next thing that you can leverage to eliminate your competition are your experiences. We have been so many different places, done so many different things. We've had customers that have been amazing, and we've had customers who've been like very challenging. I know I'm not the only one, so raise your hand, leave a comment below and say, hallelujah, yes, we've had those challenging customers. So we've had experiences in our life, whether it's personal or business related, that can contribute to how we approach people, to how we serve our customers, to the experience we give people in our presence. And just like my grandmother was an influence to me in terms of wanting to always look and feel my best and teach other people how to look and feel their best and do their best, it was also an experience I had with my grandmother in just going through those motions with skincare and putting on makeup. I remember wanting to wear fashion fair makeup, and it was an experience really understanding the way makeup works and how I want to put it on, and just the experience of going to the fashion fair counter and looking at the different colors of makeup and the different ways you put it on, the experiences I had in the way my grandmother interacted with the church members, and just really having to be the leader in the church and what that looked like, and how she had to leverage her personal brand, her style, to really accommodate the needs of the church. I experienced that as a child, and so I can pull and draw from that as I am building that customer experience in my own business. So you can draw from the experiences you've had, whether they're positive or negative experiences. Another example of this is when I've worked with one particular client in particular that I'm thinking of. She was having issues with a customer. They were not providing or doing the things that she needed them to do, but there were complaints and there were some frustrations. There were some things that she experienced during that time that when we worked together and I coached her on how to overcome some of these obstacles that she was dealing with, we were able to identify from that experience some adjustments that she needed to make in her policies and procedures. So your experience, again, can lead to ways that you run your business and the way that you can set yourself apart. So this is just another great way for you to set yourself apart, like I said, and eliminate your competition, because you can draw from your experience and then you can create amazing customer experiences based on your own experiences that you can leverage and then sort of create an amazing opportunity to shine and surpass your competition, however, it's not surpass, it's just surpass or eliminate altogether, actually. And really eliminating, I want you to think of it as a mindset, because yes, there are going to be people in your space that do the same things that you do. There are going to be people in your space who maybe use the same language you use. However, your influence and your experiences are going to be able to set you apart, because just like that fingerprint that we use in the intro, you are the only one that has the combination of the 4 things that I'm going to share with you. And then this third one is your perspective. All right, now that you've had influence and now that you've had your own experiences, you can look at things from your vantage point. What does your perspective look like? How did you come to the conclusions that you came to get to the solutions that you have? You're the only one that has the perspective you have, so use that. No one else sees a set of circumstances the exact same way. That is the reason that so many people can read the Bible, I'll use that as an example, and put their own spin on what the scripture has to say. It's because they are looking at those scriptures from their perspective. So one of the things that I love about that is I used to be in an organization called Bible Study Fellowship. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I have read most of, if not all of the Bible, studied just about all of the books, and it was an amazing opportunity. But one of the things that I loved most about it was I would do my homework assignments and I would read the scriptures and I would answer the questions from my perspective, from the experience that I've had, from the influences that I've had, from the emotions that I am coming to that scripture with. And my perspective on it would be sometimes totally different from the perspective of the other ladies in my group, but it always provided an opportunity for growth. So what I'm saying to you, and the reason that these things are so important, influence, experience, and now perspective, is your perspective is going to sometimes shed light on what your audience needs. And so because you're the only one that has that perspective based on your influence and your experience, you'll be able able to provide them with a viewpoint, a vantage point, if you will, that they may not have thought of before. And because it is of your unique fingerprint, they're going to want to continue to hear about that from you, because again, you're the only one with that combination. So 3 things so far of the 4 things you can leverage right now to eliminate your competition. And the very last thing is your passion. I don't know if you can tell, but one of the reasons that I got on YouTube and that I have a podcast is because you cannot hear the enthusiasm and the passion I have for the subject matter that I am speaking on via a blog post. Now, there are some people and they blog, and I actually have a blog. I will link it down below. The passion, the voice, all of that comes through when you can hear my tone. Intonation, is that a word? I don't even know if that's a word. I think it is. Anyway, you can tell from the way I speak and with the enthusiasm I speak and the hand gestures and the facial expressions, you can tell that I absolutely love this subject matter and that I am so invested in it and that I have done my homework and experienced all the things. And so nobody else has that level of passion for what I'm talking about, then nobody has it but me. So the 4 things, when you pile them all up together in a pretty little bow, your influence, your experience, your perspective, and your passion, nobody else has those things. Nobody else has the combination, the degrees of which you use each of those things. Nobody else can beat that combination. So that means you have no competition. I used to tell people too, when I talk about speaking, when I'm coaching a speaking client, I always tell them, because some people have fears that they'll get up on stage and someone will ask a question and they won't have the answer to the question. And I've experienced that in the past prior to my epiphany moment. But what I've realized in discovering these 4 things that just eliminate competition is that these 4 things also eliminate any challenges that could come my way when it comes to people questioning what it is I'm saying. Because I'm approaching personal branding, and when I say personal branding, I am talking about the leveraging of putting action to your personal brand. Now, there are people all over YouTube talking about how to create a personal brand. Not too many people are talking to you about how to leverage that personal brand for authenticity and organic growth. And that is what personal branding is. When you put the ing at the end of that, it is putting action, it's putting motion to your personal brand, which is a noun. And so when you put your influence and your experience and your passion and your perspective all together in a tight little bow, you are then creating a perfect storm of uniqueness that you can then speak on your perspective on any particular subject matter, whatever your subject matter is, and you can stand up in front of a crowd and you can answer questions very easily, very effectively, and with much credibility because you are answering them from those 4 things and nobody else has them. So even if there is a question that is more specific to the actual practical or theory of what you're talking about, you can always say to them, you know what, I love that question and let me go find out from you because my approach to that has always been XYZ. So even with that, you don't have to feel like you can't answer the question. Anyway, I promised you that at the end of this video, I was going to give you something free, and I absolutely am. A couple of weeks ago, I was planning on doing a webinar called My 8-Step Strategy to Fortify Your Business and Eliminate the Competition. And I changed my mind about that and decided to just give that to you just freely. So if you click on the link below, you will get my audio file or video file, whichever you prefer. You have a choice. I will send that to you free of charge, and I will go through exactly how I came to these conclusions, and I will give you the 8-step strategy that I use, that I share with my customers, and that I have helped people make millions and save thousands using. So if that sounds like something that you need for your business, then definitely grab that. It will be down in the show notes. But until then, make sure you are following me here on Instagram because I am going to be doing something totally different over there. I'm trying out new things, but I often ask questions and I talk to you guys over there. But definitely leave a comment below and tell me about some of the influences that you had in your life that have contributed to you growing your business. And then follow me on TikTok. I do a few little trainings over there, so definitely check me out over there. But if you've not already, if you've gotten to this point in this video, go ahead and subscribe and click the notification bell. I probably shouldn't be telling you this. I probably shouldn't be burdening you with this, but honey, I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. So if you like what you see, keep watching the other videos in my playlist. list, and subscribe, and click the notification button, and comment, and share. All right, if you screenshot yourself watching the video and tag me over on Instagram, I might just choose you to have a cup of coffee with me and discuss some of the things that you have going on in your business and how I can help you apply personal branding to make them even better. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you again next week. Bye.